Don't pick anything. Well, I just know what tastes good. I can figure the season of it. I'm the official taste tester. Yeah, it's like a slow. Okay. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Today the lesson is titled Courage to Pass Over. Before we get into the lesson, fair use, this is for educational and training purposes. I just got a few quick little videos about stuff that's been going on, quote unquote. So real quick, I'm just going to go through both of them. I'm not even going to.
Donald Trump had specifically asked about me because I remind him of his daughter. And she said, well, she's 13 as well. So he knew the first time that he saw me. But he comes over mad because I was crying. And he said that I should be thankful that someone like Donald Trump took my virginity. He basically didn't say took my virginity. He said, I should be glad that someone like Donald Trump popped my cherry and not some pimply little 14-year-old. And I just was like, what if I said, what if I get pregnant? Not even talking to him. I didn't want to talk to him. I was talking to Tiffany. And he said, well, you'll get an abortion then, bitch, and then just walked away.
Why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's
Women and all that stuff coming out. I'm just saying that because in the evangelical world, they're saying that, man, I got this, man, I got that. You know, we're not political in the least bit, but this is what they're saying. So we got to use discernment in everything, and we got to not be worshiping man, because a lot of people are worshiping Donald Trump. He's got a whole movement. There's literally gospels of Donald Trump out that you can literally go to Amazon and buy. The gospel according to Donald Trump. And what they do is they take out the word and they mimic the way Donald talks. He talks his philosophy and everything because they worship the man and not the actual creator. And we know that we're not supposed to be doing nothing like that, right? We're supposed to be worshiping the creator in spirit and in truth. And I'm not even going, I'm not even going to play this one because Candace Owens, she just goes in because America is being controlled by the state of Israel. We do whatever their bidding is. That's why we were over in the war on terror for all those years and never found any weapons of mass destruction. And so we killed so many innocent people that the curse of innocent blood is on this nation. So it's upon us. It's imperative that we continue to be purging ourselves, teaching our children the right way so we can be redeeming our bloodlines. So when Mashiach comes back, he'll know, like, no, this is my wise and faithful servant. I'm going to leave them alone. They're not going to be partakers in this sin or iniquity, right? Because they know the truth. They don't just believe everything that they tell us on the news and everything else, right? So again, this is called the courage to pass over.
Wow.
I'm not even going to play it. So do y'all remember what the protocols were and where they were found at when we were talking about redeeming your bloodline? Yeah, so it was in Leviticus 26. And I'm just only going over part of it from verses 39 through 42. Right, this is literally in the law. So he says, and they that are left of you shall pine away in their iniquity and in your enemies' lands. And also in their iniquities of their forefathers or their fathers shall they pine away with them. So that word pine away means you're literally like dying, deteriorating in these lands, right, of captivity and whatnot. But this is also found in Deuteronomy 28, right? But there was protocols that was set in place. So he said that when the curses were activated, because the Most High, he always told us that he would give us, the first thing he said was blessings, and then he said curses, right, according to Deuteronomy. And we talked about how they're both algorithms. You can be blessed if you do the things that are pleasing to the Most High, and you can be cursed if you do the things opposite to that, right? So, and then we talked about how we have technically have two types of genes, dominant and recessive. So the first thing that he talked about was what? The blessings. So they were supposed to be the dominant. And he said, if you don't do these things that are pleasing to me, he has these recessive genes that will be activated in future time frames. Because you see, he said that you will pine away in your iniquities and also in the iniquities of your fathers. So it's always important to be praying. When you pray, you're praying for against the iniquities of your fathers, because they could have been selling babies to Moloch, selling their souls for whatever. We don't know how wicked our ancestors were. We talked on Thursday, and there were certain people that came out and talked about how some of their family members were covens and witches, and they had to come out of that, right? And so we don't know how wicked our lines really were. So it's imperative. This is in the law. It's imperative that you pray these things off. Even if you go to Solomon, when he's dedicating the temple, he's literally telling you to go back to Leviticus 26. If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, same thing. Right? This is protocols to have your bloodline redeemed, so you will be spared in the destructions that are coming. Right? So we keep going. Verse 40. If they shall confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers with their trespass, which they trespassed against me, and that also they walked contrary unto me. Right? So you must confess these things. Admit your wrongdoing so you can be delivered from these things, and those recessive genes will go back to being dormant. Because the Most High, he had to put these in our bloodlines because he know how wicked man can be. Because the Tower of Babel, and it was more than just a tower. They were, we're doing a lot of things now that they were doing in the Tower of Babel. It was a temple, and they was messing with Nephilim and mixing animals and messing with them. They were doing way more than what the scriptures kind of allude to. It was very wicked. It was very perverse. And that's what man is doing now. Because we know that now they figure out the gene to where you can literally live forever. Like they can literally through CRISPR potentially edit that gene to where you would never die.
Yeah, it's like a little thing they put in your hair, right?
Right. And so like they come out with movie or TV shows like Altered Carbon, right? And in Altered Carbon, there was these comics or whatever that would be going to jail. And next thing you know, they would wake up and somebody else had bought 20, 30 years of consciousness in their body. And they would literally remove your consciousness out of you. So you got to be careful, because man is into all kinds of wickedness, right? I apologize if I'm talking fast. But before I really get into it, Bam, you ready?
You gotta think about it real quick.
You ready?
No, like I said, I don't have it.
Okay, I'll keep going. Okay.
Like I said, I'm always willing to speak about the Most High. I've just been going through some personal battles myself. That's why I've been
Okay.
praying.
So the Hebrew word for confess. So you tell me yes or no, because I'll sit down and let you go. You rock if you got it. If not,
No, go ahead.
okay.
When I get to speaking, it's gonna come out.
Okay. So the word confess in Hebrew is yada, right? It means to praise, to give thanks, to confess, right? You're supposed to throw down. So when you're praising and when you're confessing these things, you're literally getting rid of these curses out of you. Then you have to start walking in that new freeness of life, right? But you have to confess that thing first, right? These are protocols of salvation, especially in our day and time when we know there's destructions coming. There's a world war coming. Like it's written everywhere. I don't know if it's going to be within the next 5 to 10 years, but it's coming. So we got to continue to be prepared as individual tribes to be as self-autonomous as possible, and then as a overall tribe together, right? That's our goal. To confess your sins. It goes all up. So everything that Mashiach talked about with confessions of sins in the kingdom of heaven was literally written in the Torah. So everything about Mashiach brings you back to the Torah. Everything. Like it's really crazy once you really break stuff down. Like, man, like people think that confessing sins is like a New Testament concept, and you're like, no, it's not. It's in the law. It shouldn't have been new to anybody. It shouldn't have been, right? So then we keep going. Again, this is a recap. Verse 41. And that I also have walked contrary unto them. So when we continuously, habitually walk contrary unto the Most High, he says, I'm going to walk contrary unto you. And you have to admit, okay, I'm in the wrong, and I see that since I'm in the wrong, you wronging me. You walking contrary unto me, but it's my fault. You got to admit that, because the Most High, he gives us a grace period to get right. Sometimes it's multiple grace periods throughout our life, right? But you have to confess and admit these things like, okay, stop holding on to this guilt, because it's keeping you stagnant. It's keeping you in place. You ain't going nowhere. There's no elevation. There's no growth. Confess those things and move forward, right? He says, and that I also have walked contrary unto them, and have brought them into the land of their enemies, or even with your ancestors, then you're under the hand of your enemies, even though you're kind of got one foot in both worlds, right? If their uncircumcised hearts be humbled. All of this is about humbling yourself, going back to what Solomon was talking about, right? And they then accept of the punishment of their iniquity. Like, Father, you judged me right. I was wrong. I was wicked. Then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land, right? Because the covenant is tied to the people being in the land, right? And we know the prophecies are kind of sort of being fulfilled, but all of the people aren't there. The real people aren't there. There's a whole conspiracy going on. It's a whole lot of shenanigans going on. And the evangelical world wants you looking this way when we know that that's not the case. We got to be focused on the Most High. The Most High through Mashiach. Mashiach is who they call Christ. So getting into the heart today, we're going to be going over Joshua or Yahusha or Yeshua from the quote-unquote Old Testament, right?
Okay.
You want me to go back? You got it? Okay.
Yeah. Because this is crazy. Before I start, disclaimer. I'm not trying to be the Most High. Like, I want to be like him, but I know I'm not
Be in
him.
his image and his likeness. Go ahead.
Now, there's 41. You know what I mean? It was like how I'm just going to reread it. And then I also have walked contrary unto them, and have brought them into a land of their enemies. If then their uncircumcised hearts be humble, and then they accept the punishments of their iniquities. Now, people who know me know loving, caring, happy, all that good stuff. Go out my way for people.
Right.
Lately, people have been a problem in my life.
I've been telling you that for how long, though?
I'm not telling you that.
For how long?
But it's like these past couple of months, like people that I have like outpoured nothing but love to have backstabbed me, like for no reason. I'm talking about absolutely no reason, to the point to where it started to come into my, my household. My
Go ahead, talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I love and I try to show love and I try to be the best I can. I put myself on the back burner multiple times just to see the people in my life that I love the most turn their back on me as if I did something to them. And like I said, I know I'm not the Most High, but just imagine, if I feel like this, just imagine how the Most High feel when we walk country. Like, he didn't do it, we did it.
And we be doing it on purpose.
We do it on purpose.
Like, we know it's wrong, but we like, man, I'm just going to pray for forgiveness afterward, right? We be that bold.
It be that bold. Like I said, like, like I told you, like, raise up a child. I was thinking about doing wrong before. Raise up a child in the way they should go. So when they get older, they will not depart from the way. Paraphrasing, they didn't say it like that, but like with my children, I've been having a battle, and it's like they don't see because I'm a truck driver, to people listening, whoever, but they don't see the structure I'm doing on the outside to make sure their life is going good. They just see I'm not there as much. They just see when I do come, I probably rah, do. But they don't see the future that I'm looking at. They don't,
Right.
And just imagine what the Father, that's how he feel about us.
Because we don't be thinking about the future
We
either.
don't.
We don't be thinking or doing stuff with the end in mind. It be temporary pleasures that we be lusting in. Like, man, I just got to have this thing real quick. When you get done, give it to Elder. When you get done. When you done.
But yeah. So like it's just like I said, I've been just thinking that, I've been battling with them. Like I said, when I was praying, the Spirit was just working in me. And
Boy, you crying? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I was, you didn't see me cry either. I was teary-eyed. I'm sensitive. But no, if the Father felt like I felt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That pains you to see your loved ones or your children just blatantly disrespectful. Blatantly disrespectful. And on top of that, we gotta hold each other accountable. You see your brother disrespecting the Father, hey, that's mine though. Don't do that, that's Father. Like, you know better. You know, y'all two especially real good on me about telling me, hey, you know, put it like you said, pull my coattail. Let me know I'm wrong. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for that.
Love you too, bro.
Y'all get on my nerves sometimes, but keep doing that because like it's not about us and how we feeling about each other. It's all about him. Like this, we walk contrary to him. Can you imagine your father? Because I lived it. Like I said, I had to walk out on people I love, and that hurted because you did it to me first, and that's exactly what just happened in verse 40 and 41. Like y'all left me, so now when I leave y'all, you got to come back and fix that relationship.
So, and it's basically the Most High like, yeah, you got to apologize.
You got to apologize.
Because I'm telling you, people
But
do
he's
not
not
like
just a man.
apologizing. But it just says it right here. You got to admit that the Most High is walking contrary unto you, and you got to humble yourself.
Why you got to humble yourself and come back?
This stuff be wild, man.
Like, bro, I'm telling you.
You was talking about egos, right? You was praying about
I was
egos.
praying about egos. I want to break that. Break that pride. Man, we build pride for people. What you ain't got nothing to be proud of? Oh, that's...
Go ahead, Ella.
My bad.
You all right there, brother.
Think about it going to verse 41, and people have, I don't know, blinders on their eyes, blinders on their mind, but, you know, you have to make atonement for things. Let's see, people want to think about Hamashiach forgives, Abba Yah forgives, da. Well, yes, you know, he can forgive where someone that's in the flesh like myself, with my limited understanding, I ain't gonna forgive like that.
At least you honest. At least you honest.
You know, but I'm not him. But you know, he's righteous in all his judgment. But the thing about it, but people don't understand. He says, and they talk about us, then accept the punishment of their iniquity. Let me just go ahead and break it down to the lowest denominator here. There's laws, as you know, and the basic 10 Commandments. If as Hamashiach would say, if you can keep the 10, then pretty much the basic ones, and the other ones will fall in line, and you'll be all right with them. You know, 8th commandment: Thou shalt not steal. Okay, you go ahead and steal this man's merchandise from his home or wherever.
Or land.
And now you think that all of a sudden you ask for forgiveness from the Most High, and then he forgives you and it's all hunky dory and all good? No, you have to make atonement for that. Either you give that what you stolen back to that individual, or there's anywhere from 3 to 7 times over that you, depending on the severity of it, it's going to cost you. People forget that you have to atone for stuff. It's not just he going to forgive you, and I mean I'm just taking it on the light side, the stealing part. You know, I mean some sins that according to our Torah says that some sins are sins that your flesh needs to die. Now I'm not saying that you make atonement for it. Well, he says, okay, you got to die, son, or daughter. Yeah. But when you get to the other side, okay, it might be all good. He forgives you. But some things are sins of death. You cannot go to another man's. You know this man is married, and you're gonna go ahead and take this man's wife.
Yeah, that's wild.
You know, that's a sin that's unto death.
Yep.
You know, you commit
murder.
There's a difference between killing somebody and murdering somebody. Murder is premeditated. You thought about this heinous act. You think that you're gonna murder somebody, and then all of a sudden, 6 months later, I realized that I should have did this. And you think that Abba Yah's gonna? I'm not saying, like I said, he can forgive and he will forgive.
Right.
But you think that you're gonna get away without having some atonement? No, it doesn't work like that.
And if sometimes he'll visit the iniquities of the fathers to the 3rd and 4th generation. So sometimes you'll think you got away, but guess what? In your bloodline, it's going to activate later on. You can't outsmart the Most High. You can't. That's how we know judgment is coming. Yeah, from the rooter to the tutor, he gonna pay what you owe. But something, right? So then Yahushua 1 or Joshua 1, right? So it reads, now after the death of Moshe, the servant of Yahuwah, it came to pass that Yahuwah spake unto Yahushua, the son of Nun, Moshe's minister, saying, Moshe, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, you and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. So they have to go forward. They came out of captivity. They wandered 40 years, and now it's time for them to go to a higher place, to a higher calling, right? So then he says, every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moshe, from the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so will I be with you. I will not fail you nor forsake you. Say what? Is that not powerful? He said, I'm going to be with you like I was with Moses, and he did all kinds of miracles, delivered the people, right? And can't a man stand before you? You might as well say a god, because a lot of times kings are considered gods, especially in the ancient Near East, right? So giants, gods, whatever. So he said that nobody can stand before you. And the reason why this lesson is called Courage to Passover is because we were the ones that were chosen to be one of a family and two of a city that the Most High would save. And the reason why some of us are going through stuff and keep going through stuff is because we don't have the courage to pass over to something greater. Because it's not comfortable. Because there's not a direct roadmap for it. Right? Because no one else in our family is doing it. No one else can see it, but they don't have eyes to see and ears to hear it. They were not part of this awakening for a reason. The Most High, he might awaken them later, but some people are vessels fitted for destruction. Mashiach did not want everyone to make it. Y'all understand that? We talked about this, right? One time he said, if the dead bury the dead, or the blind lead the blind and fall into a ditch, he don't care. He would say, let the dead bury the dead. Right? Why do you think he talked to people in parables? He didn't want everybody, like, that's the uncomfortable truth. If you wanted everybody to be a part of this kingdom of the Most High, why wouldn't you just talk plain to everybody? Because you don't cast your pearls before what? Swine. Everybody doesn't have the mind to be conformed into the image of Mashiach. And that's the uncomfortable truth. We have friends and family that, to be honest, are keeping us stagnant. And there's no elevation, there's no growth, there's no anything. And to be honest, we're not grown enough to admit it, like, man, you holding me back. Because sometimes where you're going, you can't have the same people with you. Honestly, you can't. Sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's family. Sometimes if you're not married, you're dealing with somebody, sometimes it's that. And the Most High is trying to show you, like, hey, they don't really love you, and they're trying to pull you to another Elohim. But you have to choose this day who you're going to serve. Because, not right now, because the Most High, he wants us to move forward and not stay stagnant. Again, this is about redeeming your bloodline. It's more than just you. In the ancient times, they didn't do things. Abraham, the faith of Abraham, right? He's the father of the faith. I don't even know why we're getting on this. But he's the father of the faith. Now, when you read the story of Abraham's life, was he doing things just for himself? No. Having descendants as what, the stars of heaven or the sands of the sea, and having the land flowing with milk and honey, and he didn't even get to enjoy that. He had a vision. He had a vision, and he stayed focused, and he knew that he had to separate from his family, right, to achieve that thing sometimes. Because sometimes that's what you have to do. Sometimes it's your friends. Sometimes you have to separate the things in you that are separating you from the Most High, and ask the Most High to give you that introspection. What is it in me that's keeping me from you? How can I achieve your purpose and your will for my life, for my tribe? Because we all have tribes, us adults here, that we have to think about. So our life is not even about us no more. Because Mashiach, his life wasn't about him either. His life was about us. He was born so that we could be saved in a future day, in a future time, and our descendants. That's something that you cannot take lightly, right? So we're going to keep going. Well, Because again, these people, they hold us back. And some of us have a calling, a higher calling on our life. But we are scared to take that mantle. Because maybe it was grandmama that was holding the family together. Maybe it was an uncle. Maybe it was your dad. But we are so scared to walk in that thing. Because we got a little Jonah in us. But it's time to pass over. We cannot stay there. For the stuff that's coming, when the grid finally does break down, and then your family is looking to you, and you don't have no prayer life, you don't have no reading life, you have nothing spiritual, what are you going to lean on? You're going to be going to and fro, not knowing what to do. This is not the time to fall away. This is the time to reach out to his arm, his hand that stretched out still. We're in that day, and in that time, it's time to step up. That's what this is about, right? So somebody read verse 6, or this slide. June got it. What? This? It's type heavy. Hold on.
You gotta put your fingers in it.
No, I'm not going to do all that. Good? Okay.
Be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them.
So what does it mean to be of good courage?
Like don't be weary. Don't be afraid.
Well, don't let your fear overcome your will, right? Because what if Joshua would not have obeyed him? What if he was moving in fear?
He would have did the opposite.
Because this is all about the original kingdom of God being set up. Because if you're not aware, the kingdom of God is going to be set up here on earth. There is a spiritual kingdom that we go to when we die, but it's going to be created here. Mashiach is going to rule here. He died here. He's going to rule here for 1,000 years, right? So it's going to be here first. So this is they are trying to establish this thing, right? And if Joshua or Yahusha would have let his fear rule over, we wouldn't be talking about anything. The Most High, he would have had to find another, right? And you don't want to get passed over because you can't pass over. You don't want to. Because if he pass over you, you are the salt that's lost its savor. Because salt serves a couple purposes, right? It tastes really good, right? And it's used to preserve. Y'all were here to preserve your families, your tribes, your future. That's why you're here, right? Okay, keep going.
Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses, my servant, commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
So he said, hey, don't stay focused on this thing.
Don't go that way.
No, I gave you my word. Because if they would have stayed focused on that, when Mashiach made his entrance, they would have recognized him. It wouldn't just be apostle like the 12, right? It would have been a whole nation that realized that thing. But they weren't really in. They were following the Talmud and all this other stuff and the stuff that really takes you away from the Most High, right? Get back to his law, because his word and his law is the truth, right? Keep going.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
So what does it mean to meditate on something? To study, to chew the cud, to diligently seek this thing out, right? Why do you think the Most High was like, hey, y'all need to keep my law in your mouth? So when people come and tell you that the law is done away with, you would call them a liar. He wouldn't give you a law and tell you to keep it in your mouth, and then the New Testament is done away with. That don't even make sense. That would make him seem like a schizo. Like, so wait, it's different. That's different now. Because Mashiach said, think not that I'm come to destroy the law. I am not come to destroy it, but to fulfill. Give you the complete understanding of it. Right? That's what fulfillment is. Because guess what? The prophets, Jeremiah, Isaiah, all them, they had to fulfill the law also. But they couldn't fulfill it perfectly. Only Mashiach could. And he had to be that beacon of light for us so we can reflect that thing, so we can be conformed into his image and his likeness, right? Keep going. Were you going to say something, Mel? No?
No.
Okay.
Have not I commanded thee, be strong and of good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Most High, thy Elohim, is with thee wheresoever thou goest. And Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, keep going.
Hold on, man. Did y'all just catch that? He said, have not I commanded you? What? No, brother. What kind of...
TV's on.
Why would the TV? No, it's not.
Oh, it's just mine.
Maybe when I moved it. Hold on.
It's the HD journal.
It's still on. Now it's freezing up a little bit.
What kind of weirdo stuff is this? Can the enemy be enemy? And that's all right.
He be trying to can, but he can't. Trying to can, but he can't.
That is weird.
It's still showing you.
Oh, it's still showing.
It's still showing you looking back.
Me, yeah, but it's supposed to be showing the screen.
Oh, did you the setting on your computer?
It's already set. I haven't changed anything. That's so weird. The enemy be enemy. We all right. But he said, have not I commanded you, be strong and of good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for Yahuwah your God is with you whithersoever you goest. So years ago, like when I was a part of the awakening back in like 2015 or something, I remember there'll be times when I'm trying to find other people that's in the awakening, whatever, and you can't really, or you find someone and you realize they into some wickedness that you ain't got nothing to deal with, and you get lonely. And there'll be different times where my dad would just come out of nowhere, right? He'd come to the house or just pop up on me and be like, hey man, he would say the Lord. He said, the Lord came to me just to tell me that, for me to let you know that I am with you. Like, do you know, like, and this is sometimes when I will be going through some dark stuff. Just to know that he's going to be with you no matter what, so not to be afraid. It's important that we are not taken with that spirit of fear, because that spirit of fear will keep you out of your purpose, will keep you out of the way of the Most High. That spirit of fear has got to be overcome, right? Because you're more than conquerors, right? You can't let that spirit of fear keep you from having your bloodline redeemed. Think about your children. You don't want your children to suffer and end up going to the lake of fire. You don't want that. You don't want them to take things into their body that the Most High deems you not to take. You don't want none of that. Stop being afraid. Step into your mantle, right? Then Yahushua commanded the officers of the people, saying, go ahead.
Pass through the host and command the people, saying, prepare your victuals, for within 3 days ye shall pass over this Jordan, to go in to possess the land, which Yahuwah your Elohim giveth you to possess it.
So he's telling the people this thing. But one thing that you have to understand, especially when you're a part of an assembly, like redemption can take the whole tribe. So let's say that part of us are already walking with Mashiach like we're supposed to be. Does that mean that we leave the brothers and sisters that are not alone? No. And you're going to see why I'm saying that. Read this next verse.
Pass through the host and command the people, saying, prepare. Oh, wait.
Nope, 12.
And the Reubenites and the Gadites and to half the tribe of Manasseh spake.
So why is he speaking to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half tribes of Manasseh? Does anybody know without reading ahead? Okay, keep going.
Remember the word which Moshe, the servant of Yahuwah, commanded you, saying, the Elohim, Yahuwah your Elohim hath given you rest, and hath given you this land. Your wives, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moshe gave you on this side Jordan. But ye shall pass before your brethren armed, all the mighty men of valor, and help them.
So they had already conquered and established the kingdom of heaven on that side, so their family was there. But the warriors had to go forward to help the rest of the tribes establish this kingdom of heaven and even cross over to Jordan, right? It takes everybody, because we are the body of Mashiach. Every joint is supposed to supply itself. We're supposed to be helping and loving our neighbors as ourselves, helping our brothers and our sisters out. That's why we try to do as many events as we can together. You know, so when the stuff goes on, we know, hey, we tribed up. So June and Bam are good at cooking. You know, we can all go camping. Elder Mike can fix anything mechanical. You know, we got all these people in place, right? Because we have to be able to function. We have to be able to operate when the stuff happens. Go ahead, sis. Mama, Taylor.
Each person is a temple. Each household is a tribe.
Mm-hmm.
In the assembly, these tribes come together.
Mm-hmm.
The world tries to divide us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the game
Mm-hmm.
all the time. But the tribes, we have to understand we're coming together as a nation.
Yep. That's what it's about.
It's about the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody can't be a part of it.
That's a fact.
But it's different cultures, it's different people,
Mm-hmm.
different tribes.
Mm-hmm.
An example how the world has tried to divide is, for instance, the Indians. They pit one tribe against the
They
other,
all just come.
but they all Indians.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to remember that.
That's a divide and conquer.
Yeah, the enemy definitely be enemy, and that divide and conquer tactic has worked for so long. But we got to counteract that through the word of the Most High and
So
through
we have to
love.
remember, we're coming together as a nation.
Yep.
When we're told all the time, we have no land.
Right.
We have no company, no government.
Mhm.
We do.
Right.
We are a nation.
Right.
But
And that's
we got our own issues. We got gangs and stuff like that. We still divide.
Yeah, like, and she's not speaking to that. She's speaking to the ones that are waking up to the truth. Like, it's bigger than a gang. It's bigger than hating somebody that's a Crip or a Blood. Like, they're literally trying to blot out bloodlines. Like, that's what's going on in Gaza. Like, that's literally ethnic cleansing
Yeah.
for no reason. This is probably the third or fourth time that's been going on since 1948. Because if you look at videos prior to 1948 of the people that were in the Middle East,
1910.
they get darker and darker. It's crazy. I'm telling you, YouTube it. This stuff will blow your mind. You're like, wait, the Middle East and Israel, and then you look at their DNA, and then you're gonna find out that they're actually Shemitic people. You're like, wait a minute. So they're ethnically cleansing them? But do your own research. Don't take my word for it.
When you talk about that ethnic cleansing, that thing about it is that people don't realize that according to, I believe in Numbers, it states that your seed line always follows your father. The line that they always say is the mother, those Ish people. And the thing about it, so when you talk about when they killed a lot of the prior to was like you said, the Moray, it started right there, right around 48. They invaded the land, but they had been doing their wickedness here prior to that. But for the most part, when you look at the people of that land, they're looking, they sure kind of brightened up quite a bit. You know, they're real, and so that lets you know right there that that's not the original people. Those people are Ashkenazi, actually. Those are Germans.
Right. They're the same people. They are.
Because the original people that are us, you know, that kind of resembles my complexion, Bab's complexion, June, and your complexion. Those people are whited out. They're not there. They're not even the bloodline anymore. They're like I said, they're German. I don't care how brown they look, but they're not the original dark people of that land. And that's just a fact.
Because even like the Jewish guy Benjamin Friedman from his book Facts Are Facts, go get the book. He talks about how 98% of the Ashkenazim were never originally in the Middle East. So
Even the king of the south said, how you leave black and come back white?
I mean, but then you tell people and they look at you crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is not necessarily about colorism. This is about truth. And again, that's why we're not to be distracted. Look, whoever they saying is the Messiah who's coming, that ain't him. If they're putting it on the news and on television, this is who you got to look for. You got to look to the Pope in Rome. You got to look to, because the Jewish people, like almost every day when I get on YouTube, I can find another Jewish rabbi saying the Messiah is coming. Oh yeah, and we've been in talks with the Messiah. He's coming. Messiah ben David. He's coming. I'm like, I'm not falling for it, huh?
They read that
the red heifer and them rebuilding the temple. It don't matter if you rebuilt the temple, you're not the people.
Yeah.
So it don't. That's what I'm saying. We got to focus on the Most High, because we know that America is gonna be destroyed, and we don't want to be partakers in that. We want. Go ahead.
The red heifer that they had, one of them had a blemish in it.
Yeah, magic. All of a sudden, the blemish came, so you can't even sacrifice it, right?
It had a brown hair in it.
Yeah, so now you gotta wait again.
So they practice on that one instead of doing that.
Yeah, because they're trying to genetically modify and create the perfect heifer. Is what they're really trying to do. They're just not outwardly saying it, because they can manipulate anything now, pretty much. Right? Go ahead, June. Keep reading.
Until Yahuwah have given your brethren rest, as he hath given you, and they also have possessed the land which Yahuwah your Elohim giveth them, then ye shall return unto the land of your possession, and enjoy it, which Moshe, the Most High's servant, gave you on this day, or this side Jordan toward the sunrise.
So help your fellow brothers and sisters complete this work, right? So they can have the same rest that you have attained. Again, it takes a body. We got to help each other out in prayer and counsel and everything, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? So verse 16. And they answer Yahushua saying, and you, all that you command us, we will do. And whithersoever you send us, we will go. That's amazing. According as we hearken unto Moshe in all things, so will we hearken unto you. Only Yahuwah, your Elohim, be with you as he was with Moses. Now this is the key point. Whosoever he be that doth rebel against your commandment and will not hearken unto your words in all that you command him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of a good courage. Think about the type of honor and loyalty that takes. Like, we know the Most High is with you, and off with whoever's head. If they ain't with the Most High and with you, hey, because you remember how they was against Moses, right?
Yeah, the God too.
Boy, they every time they didn't have flesh or whatever, they start murmuring, talking crazy against Moses. I guess they had temporarily learned their lesson. But that, like, you read that, like, man, that's a nation. That's a tribe. Anybody that, what does it mean to rebel?
Go against. Fight against.
Even speak against, cause dissension, sedition. If anybody does it, if anybody comes against the tribe, yeah, no, I ain't gonna physically kill you, but you pretty much dead to me, because we moving forward. We got stuff we got to do.
What are you gonna do with your own, sister fiddle, where you and her decide that you have 5 of them, little man running around. And then one of your offspring, one of your children, end up doing some rebellious stuff like when,
Look,
how
hey,
are you gonna handle it?
hey.
You know what is it gonna be? Let's just be realistic about it. Are you gonna stand? Are you gonna tolerate that kind of insubordination in your own home?
No, no. Our dad definitely didn't. Like, yeah, our dad didn't play that. Like, I'm not gonna play that either. Like, no, I'm not playing that either. But at the same token, he's still one of the chosen. The Most High can still deliver him from any type of rebellion, and that just means that what? My prayer life probably has to go to another level, right? My supplication, my sacrifice has to go to another level to show him the way while he's young. So when that root tries to really take hold of him when he's older, he'll be like, nah, I was raised in the truth. I know better than that. I know I'm supposed to do what? Honor my father and my mother in the Most High.
Right.
That's what I'm supposed to do now. Put that in them now. Go ahead.
It goes back to what we said about, raise them up, unless the Most High allow you, which he's not. If you do your part, he gonna make them. And if you notice in scripture where he dealing with the bloodlines, once the father did what he did, kids were straight. Maybe the grandkids were straight, but because when Ham and Noah couldn't curse Ham.
Nope.
God already blessed them. So when God do his thing, man, it's already set.
It's set in motion. The only thing you can do with anything is plant a seed, and then when they're your children, you raise them in the way that they should go. And when they get older, the Most High is going to bring them back. It's what he did with me. It's what he did with my brother. I'm telling you, because just because a child has acts of rebellion does not mean that they're going to be rebellious their whole life. Like that those two, they're like that's not equal. It's going to happen when you're born in the belly of the beast. When you're born in Jacob's trouble, that's what happens, right? You have to overcome the strong delusion, and then it's imperative that we teach our children young the strong delusion. So it'll be like, okay, that's why there shouldn't be a thing called terrible twos. That's something that got started over here. There shouldn't be this thing to where when kids become teenagers, they just be rebellious. That's what they impregnated us with technology, with television, right? That's their programming. So that means maybe we should shut it off or monitor what they watch and put the right stuff into them.
Exactly.
That's our job. Go ahead.
I was just like you said, like, okay, my kid doing something. Because when you said that, like I said, once again, I've been dealing with my internal battles. I'm like, what do I have?
And when you're done, give it to Mama Taylor.
What do I have to do? So this is when my child acting up, like, I'm glad you asked that question because that's what sparked in my head. So when my child rebels, or my household, if my niece and nephew, whoever I got a hand in raising, if they rebelled against me, that's on me. Like you said, I got to go back to my prayer life ain't strong. Maybe I'm miswalking in life. Maybe I need to just grab them and do.
And not even just your prayer life. Maybe the words that you're speaking over them needs to change.
Yeah.
Stop calling them rebellious. Stop calling them the devil outside their name. Stop saying they talk too much, and start speaking life into them being obedient.
Exactly.
Right? Because your pay action, your word is strong. Life and death is in the power in it, right?
Amen.
So you have to, like we always talk to Brandon and other people, you got to be careful what you say. If you are constantly speaking bad about your spouse, kids, family members, friends, that's all you're going to manifest when you see them. That's it. We live in a reality of manifestation. So be careful the thoughts that you think about people and the words that you speak about people, because you're going to manifest that thing, right? Well, keep on.
Even in sarcasm.
Yeah, definitely even in sarcasm. Words have weight. They have power.
I've been telling, like you said, it's a reality check. I got to do it myself. The last thing I was going to say, just imagine how big of a flex it'll be for the enemy to think he got you in the corner, and God will just come up and show on your side. He already there. But I'm just saying, like, you like, nah, this ain't gonna work, pimp.
Yeah, and he didn't send Michael, the archangel, to come and fight that battle for you. Like, all right,
Like I said, just Dad is stroking the devil head.
Yeah, look, bro. Because the Most High, he loves his people, man. Like, he loves those that love him. Oh, give it to...
I was going to say, we don't get out of here sin free.
No.
We don't get out of this
No.
world sin free. At some point, as you mature, you grow up, mature, they're going to make mistakes.
Yep.
That's the other side of the coin.
Yep.
And you have to back off.
Gotta allow them to do it.
Allow them to go through it. But if you have taught them the law and the commandments coming up, they will return.
Yeah, because sometimes it's because we're not teaching them these things, right? Because even like with my son, his comprehension is finally getting to the point to where we about to really be in that thing. And he look, he gonna know better than anybody up in this joint. I promise you that. I'm telling you, because you just want that to be written on the tables of their hearts and of their minds. That way, everybody, like when they walk anywhere, go someplace, people are like, man, he different. Something different about him. Yeah, he's meditating on the scriptures even in his mind. That's what he want to talk about. The goodness of the Most High. Because we want the tender mercies of David to be upon our lives. Because you talked about adultery earlier. David did that thing. We went and saw the play, King David. Yeah. David did that thing, and the Most High still had mercy upon him. Yeah, his son had to die because that was wickedness. But David didn't die because David and Bathsheba should have died also. All of them should have been dead. But the mercy of the Most High, because David shakad to the Most High. He worshipped and he confessed his thing to the Most High with everything. Not just some, not being scared, not being afraid, with everything. That's what the Most High is requiring of us as we move forward. Go ahead, Jim. I think I read all that one, didn't I?
Yeah, we got out.
Yeah, okay. Now we're going to Joshua 2. The courage to pass over. The courage to pass over. Actually, Bam, go ahead. No. Yeah, you got that. You got that.
And Joshua the son of Nun sent out of, was it Shittim?
Shittim.
Sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, "Go view the land, even Jericho." And they went and came into an harlot's house named
Rahab.
Rahab. You should not Rahab.
Rahab.
Lies there.
Okay, and Elijah, so what race was Rahab?
Rahab.
Okay, was she an Israelite?
No.
No. She was a what? A Canaanite. And Canaan was what? You just said it earlier.
Ham's son.
And he was what?
Hamite.
Cursed.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because of Ham's wickedness, his son got cursed. Cursed be Canaan. A servant shall he be. She's one of his descendants. A little nugget for y'all, right? Keep going.
And it was told to the king of Jericho, saying, "Behold, there came men and hither to the night of the children of Israel to search out the country. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into the house in thine house, for they become to search out all the country."
Mm-hmm.
And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said thus, There come men unto me, but I wist not whence. Now these are a lot of Winstons.
Yeah.
They were.
Right.
And it came to pass about the time of shutting up the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whither the men went, I wot not. Pursue after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them.
So this Canaanite woman, Rahab, had enough discernment to realize, what you'll read here in a little bit, that the Most High was with these guys and with this people. And through her obedience, right? Obedience, great things ends up happening to her in her lineage. Her literal bloodline was redeemed because of her obedience. We're going to read about it. We're going to keep going.
But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof. And the men pursued after them the way of Jordan until the fords. And as soon as they which pursued after them were gone out, they shut the gate. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof. And she said unto the men, I know that Yahweh hath given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you.
So I thought we just read that the Most High said that no man will be able to stand in front of Joshua. But she talking to some spies. Mm-hmm. When you're walking in your purpose and in the covenant of the Most High, can't nobody stand in front of you. But you got to be confident in that thing. Don't let people and their doubts and their lack of faith bother you. They don't know what their purpose is. They have no idea. They just want to keep you where they are so you don't move forward. Especially in your families and in your tribes. You got to move forward. You can't worry about people. You can't save everybody. Mashiach couldn't do it. We can't do it. The problem is you be so worried about people and what they think, you limit the Holy One of Israel. And we can't afford to do that. We just can't. The time is getting too short. Keep going.
For we have heard how Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, when ye came out of Egypt, and what he did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites. Those giants, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Giants.
That were on the other side of the Jordan. Was that Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly
Y'all tweaking. Sihon and OG. They killed the OG. Nah.
Yeah, Og for sure was a big one.
All right. Jamal, go ahead. Yeah, about time.
All right. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Most High, your Yah, He is God in heaven above and in earth beneath. Now, therefore, I pray you, swear unto me by the Most High, since I have showed you kindness, that ye will also show kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token.
So was she protecting these guys just thinking about herself?
No.
She was thinking about her whole bloodline.
My whole house.
Again, in the ancient Near East, they would think with their bloodline in mind.
Yeah.
How many times are you making choices where you're not thinking about your bloodline and the ramifications or the consequences of things that are going to happen later? Not thinking with your bloodline in mind. You got to stay focused on that thing, right? Keep going.
And that ye will save alive my father, and my mother, and my brother, and my sisters, and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death.
Boy, she knew it.
Yeah.
She knew that the Most High was with them and that he could save them, give them a salvation that none of the other Canaanites in Jericho would have.
Blessing, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the men answered her, our life for yours. If ye utter not this our business, and it shall be, when the Most High hath given us the land, that we will deal kindly and truly with thee. Then she let them down by a cord through the window, for her house was upon the town wall, and she dwelt upon the wall.
Look, she was with it.
Yeah.
She was about that action.
We got where Rapunzel from.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably, right?
Oh, man. She said unto them, get you to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourselves there 3 days, until the pursuers be returned. And afterward may ye go your way. So she knows what's going on.
Didn't the Most High tell Yahusha that in 3 days they was going to cross over?
Yeah.
They was going to pass over?
Yeah.
She just said the same thing. That's confirmation.
3 days.
3 days.
What's up with 3?
3. There's something with 3 going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the men said unto her, we will be blameless of this thine oath which thou hast made us swear.
So we going to keep our word, right?
It's like it just dawned to me like once
Jamal.
once you operate in the will of the Most High, like you said, I just seen it just unfold like Joshua. He spoke to Joshua, but the people that Joshua was covering had the same power. Not only that, because like he told Joshua, hey, you gonna do these things and this, that. But then the men went and they did these things. On top of that, the men came back and told this woman, they didn't, from what it looked like on scripture, they didn't consult like, oh, let me go talk to the Father, see.
No.
Like they gave their word and the Most High honored it.
Yep.
You know how powerful that is, bro? Just to be attached to something that powerful. But to me, that's just amazing. Because like you said, like Jericho was saying, like they knew, she knew them folks, like y'all out of here. And she just said, like, do me a favor, bro. Like just say it. She ain't said, like I said, just tell me, give me your word.
Give me your word.
I'm gonna believe your word. Like you know how powerful it is for somebody.
You know how much faith you got to have?
That's what I'm saying.
Because they could have came back like, yeah, no, we going to kill you. We especially going to kill you. You a harlot too?
But see,
Oh, yeah.
But see, like
They could have been wicked.
But like you said, like let Yeshua be the beacon and then we be the reflection. Like it was on them. It wasn't on them. It was in them. You know what I mean? It was in them. So when she seen them, she protected them. When she seen them, she's just like
She even told them how to get out of there. Like, look, once I put you down, you got to go here.
Man, gave them a route take.
3 days.
An escape route. Real deal escape route. And guess what? Like I said, to me, it's just so amazing. She just spoke, hey, just give me your word. Because I know who you are.
And what kind of faith is
I
that?
know whose you are.
Was that just her reputation? Is that my thing? Is because she, they called her Rahab the harlot, the whore.
Yeah, she was a harlot.
But, the thing about it, she was in the business of selling some of the finest flax and linen.
Okay.
at that time.
I didn't know where you were going with that. Woo!
So,
I don't know how you know about that, Elder. All right. How old is you again? All right.
I mean, maybe that was her past. We all have past, and that's what you sometimes maybe people know you as. You know, people gonna know me as certain things, but I'm not that way anymore. You know, so sometimes your past precedes you, regardless of how you repent. People know you as a certain thing. So that's why I just brought that up. That she was might have been, but
it's kind of hard that usually women that do that kind of thing, they're not selling flats. They're selling other things.
Other flats. What verse are on?
I believe we're on 17.
Is it? Okay. And the men said unto her, we will be blameless of this thine oath which thou hast made us swear. Behold, when we come out into the land, thou shalt bind this land of scarlet thread in the window which thou didst let us down by. And thou shalt bring thy father and thy mother and thy brethren and all thy father's household home unto thee. And it shall be that whosoever shall go out of the doors of thy house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head, and we will be guiltless. And whosoever shall be with thee in the house, his blood shall be on our head, if any hand be upon him.
So think about how important obedience was for her family and that tribe.
Yeah.
What if someone was like, man, I understand this going on. I just want to get some air. Let me go and get some liquor somewhere. Let me just go outside for a little bit, just walk around. What would have happened? They'd have been dead there. I'm telling, when the spirit comes on you, or when you're praying, the Most High is telling you to do stuff, just do it. It may not sound normal sometimes. You got to pay attention to detail. Paying attention to detail is paramount, because again, if they don't do this thing, and if they are just outside with the world, right, they won't be in the ark like Noah, because that's really what her end became. Right. It became an ark, exactly. Right? But huh?
Yeah, save the people.
I'm saying, man, that's a whole rapture, if you can receive it. And if you utter this our business, then we will be quit of thine oath, so we won't have to do it, which you have made us to swear. Okay, go to the next one.
And she said, according unto your words, so be it.
Amen.
And she sent them away, and they departed. And she bound the scarlet line in the window.
She did that ASAP.
Of course.
ASAP, like, hey, we gonna be saved. I don't care what the world doing. We gonna do what the Most High said. Yeah. That's what's in our hearts and our desires, is to survive the things that's coming.
Pay attention to detail.
Right, attention to detail. You're right.
So she put a piece of red cloth in the window.
I want red scarlet thread. Mm-hmm.
In the window.
Like the blood of the lamb.
Huh? Say it again. Like the hem of his garment, something like that. Huh? So the Most High can what?
Huh. You better speak. You better get up there and preach,
bro. And then think. So her family's there, but she still got friends and other people in the land too, and she didn't tell nobody. Like courage to be like, no, like we gonna make it, because we gonna do what the Most High said. It don't matter what the world doing. It doesn't matter. It don't matter if it's not popular. We gonna follow the Most High. That's it. That's it. Keep going.
And they went and came unto the mountain and abode there 3 days, until the pursuers were returned. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not.
So she told them the truth.
Yeah. So the 2 men returned and descended from the mountain and passed over. And came unto Joshua the son of Nun, and told him all things that befell them. And they said unto Joshua, truly the Most High hath delivered into our hands all the land, for even all the inhabitants of the country do faint because of us.
They scared. Courage to Passover. Yahushua 3. I'm going to read this slide. And Yahushua rose early in the morning, and they removed from Shittim and to Jordan, he and all the children of Israel, and lodged there before they passed over. And it came to pass that after 3 days that the officers went through the host, and they commanded the people, saying, when you see the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah your Eluah, and the priests, the Levites, bearing it, then you shall remove from your place and go after it. So when you see the Most High moving through his ark and his covenant, you better be going with it. You better get to moving while the moving is good. Don't take your time. When it's just like when they left in Egypt, they had to leave in what? Haste. Right? When you see this thing go, you better follow that thing. Don't go to the right hand or to the left. Follow that thing so you can pass over, right? And they commanded the people, saying, when you see the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah, your Lord, and the priests, the Levites, bearing it, then shall you remove from your place and go after it. Follow me. Yet therefore shall be a space between you and it, right? About 2,000 cubits by measure. Come not near unto it, that you may know the way by which you must go, for you have not passed this way before. So just stay far enough behind me to where you can see where I'm going.
Yeah, don't get too close.
Don't get too close. You're going to die. But just follow me. So then he says, and Yahushua said unto the people, sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow Yahuwah will do wonders among you. What does it mean to sanctify yourself?
Yeah, get yourself clean.
Purify and set yourself apart. Right? So he's telling you, set yourself apart. Be holy when you're about to walk in this thing to pass over. And Yahushua spake unto the priests, saying, take up the ark of the covenant and pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant and went before the people. And Yahuwah said unto Yahushua, this day will I begin to magnify you in the sight of all Israel, that they may know that as I was with Moshe, so will I be with you. Again, if Yahushua would not have been obedient and got everything in order, he would not have gotten magnified. That's why it's important for each of us to get in order. So the Most High will elevate us. Not man. We're not looking for praise of men, but for the Most High to do it. Right? He said from that day forward, right? And Yahuwah said, okay, yep. And thou shalt command the priests that bear the ark of the covenant, saying, when you are coming to the brink of the water of Jordan, you shall stand still in Jordan. So he's talking to the priests. And we know through different teachings, we know that us men, we are the priests of our household. This is the same power and authority we're supposed to be walking in. We're supposed to be able to tear down strongholds through prayer, fasting, and supplications to the Most High. That is the authority that we have, right?
Can you give us the definition of, as far in case somebody doesn't know what sanctification is? I mean,
Sanctification?
I mean, what is actually required so we're all on the same page?
Gotcha. Hold on. Sanctification. Oh, he said sanctify, my bad. Okay, so the word there in Joshua 3, verse 5 is Kadesh, to consecrate, sanctify, prepare, dedicate, be hallowed, be holy, be sanctified, be separate, right? That's what it means to sanctify yourself to the Most High.
Does that mean repent if you've done anything?
All of that thing, yeah, that's a part of it, like purify, because we don't do the sacrifices of bull and goats no more. So it's repenting, it's praying, and it's just making sure we're staying away from anything unclean. Go ahead, ma'am.
No, I'm just in my head.
Huh?
I was just in my head because, like you said, sanctify themselves, like, and then Elder Mike said, that means to repent.
I was asking because I want to make sure
It's
that
no. We're agreeing with you because that's literally what it is. Especially if you have a wrong against somebody else, or somebody has a wrong against you, you got to get rid of that thing too.
You got because if you got to cleanse yourself, you got to. Like that's the only way you repent through the blood of the Most High.
Mashiach said you cannot bring an offering in until you have got the situation straight with your brother, right?
So anything. But now I was just asking, like I said, when he said that, because apparently these people was already saved, quote unquote, according to because they out there. He's gonna go deliver some more land to them. But he's telling them, still get your affairs in order. Like, y'all, quote unquote, consider yourselves saved, or you might think you're saved.
Be most holy because you're about to see wonders right now.
Exactly. So go cleanse yourself some more. Like everybody said, repent. A lot of people, that whole repent at one time and now we good.
Once saved, always saved, right?
Yeah. It's throughout Scripture that tells you.
That ain't true.
These folks. Well, yeah, so they finna go walk.
That's a doctrine of devils, I'm telling you.
Finna go walk in the land and they still gotta cleanse themselves. They still gotta repent. Still gotta be set apart. When they already set apart, they killed everybody. They already.
Well, it's not just from the killing of everybody, but
like, they took everything.
because remember what the Most High had to do, he had to purge the people. So when Moses and them came out, they had to go 40 years in the wilderness because of their wickedness, and everybody 20 years and up died. Right? They had to because even Moses, because of their wickedness, couldn't cross over. Even though Moses had the courage, but because of their wickedness, he didn't let nobody 20 years or older pass over. A whole generation gone.
About 2-3 generations, that was living to like 900.
Nah, they was living to about 120 at that point in time. So, Jeremiah, you mind reading? Yep.
Verse number 9.
Yeah.
And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, Come hither, and hear the words of the Most High, your Yah. And Joshua said, Hereby ye shall know that the living Yah is among you, and that he will without fail drive out from before you the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Hivites, and the Perizzites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites. So it's a lot of sites in there.
Yeah, all of them are Canaanites.
Yeah. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Most High of all the earth passeth over before you into Jordan. Now therefore, taking 12 men out of the tribes of Israel, out of every tribe, a man.
So why is he taking a tribe out of every tribe? A man out of every tribe.
Make 12. I mean, it's 12.
Keep going.
It's 12 tribes.
Keep going. It is 12 tribes, right?
Yeah.
Keep going.
And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Most High, the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of Jordan, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above.
So them just putting the soles of their feet, again, we are priests of our own home. The soles of our feet can stop water
That's crazy.
when we're walking in our purpose with the Most High. That's crazy.
Water fluid.
Water fluid. Water wet.
Yeah.
And it basically just stopped because they were in their purpose. They weren't moving in fear. They were moving in the faith of the Most High. Right?
So they cut off the water that comes from above.
Look, man, the priests cut their water off.
That's crazy.
Cut their water off.
That's the firmament. That's crazy, bro. And they shall stand upon and heap. And it came to pass when the people removed from their tents to pass over Jordan, and the priests bearing the ark of the covenant before the people. And as they that bear the ark.
Hold on. You as the priest of your household, you're supposed to be bearing the ark of the covenant before your tribe. Again, you are the priest. You're supposed to be holding that mantle and showing them the way that they are supposed to go. Going back to what you were talking about. Once we are in order, the wives get in order and the children get in order. But it takes men that have enough courage to pass over in order to have a fully functional tribe or family. It's not just a one-day thing. This is an everyday thing. This is a praying thing. This is something that the Most High has got to manifest forth out of you first before he can give you the desires of your heart, which is your whole tribe in lockstep. Right? But that's the work that we have to do individually. Men. We can't keep blaming the women. Men. This is our responsibility, men. Because the book is a patriarchy. Right. Like you talked about, the line runs through the father. So it is the father's responsibility to establish the order and to walk in it. It falls on for too long, we've been holding on to grandmama, big mama, and all of them. That's out of order. That's not the order that the Most High set up. That's why Mashiach, we are the bride of Mashiach, and he is our head. Perfect example of it, right? The man establishes the order. Stop being afraid to establish that thing and to see it to its full fulfillment. Keep going.
And as they that bear the ark were come unto Jordan, and the feet of the priests that bear the ark were dipped in the brim of the water, where Jordan overfloweth all his banks all the time of the harvest.
So at this point in time, it's an overflow.
Yeah, flood.
Let's see, is the overflow greater than the Most High?
No. that the waters which came down from above stood and rose up upon an heap very far from the city Adam.
That sounds like the beginning.
Yeah. That is beside Zeratin. And those that came down toward the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed and were cut off. And the people passed over right against Jericho. And the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Most High
Stood what?
stood firm.
You got to stand firm in that thing.
Yeah.
You can't be holding between two opinions. You can't be going back and forth letting people pull you back out of the way. You have to stand firm on this thing. It ain't nobody's responsibility but your own, fathers. This is our job. This is why we were created, to be heads of our own individual tribes. We have to stand firm. It's not about the woman right now. This is about us and the order. Keep going.
Stood firm on dry ground in the midst of Jordan. And all the Israelites passed over on dry ground until all the people were passed clean over Jordan.
Because we get it right and we stand firm, the whole tribe, everybody can walk through and pass over. If we do what we're supposed to do, this is about redeeming your bloodline. It's a daily thing. Joshua 4. This is the last chapter of the lesson. Joshua 4.
And it came to pass, when all the people were clean passed over Jordan, that the Most High spake unto Joshua, saying, take you 12 men out of the people, out of every tribe a man, and command ye them, saying, take you hence out of the midst of Jordan, out of the place where the priest's feet stood firm, 12 stones.
12 stones.
And ye shall carry them over with you, and leave them in the lodging place, where ye shall lodge this night.
So you carry the stone of this burden where you're resting at. But it's the yoke of the Most High. Right, keep going.
Then Joshua called the 12 men, whom he had prepared of the children of Israel, out of every tribe a man.
I'm going to keep reiterating this. You are the one that's been prepared out of your families. Right? You have to take these contexts and internalize these things. We wouldn't be here if we weren't the ones that were chosen. The problem is, even though we're the ones chosen, sometimes we don't want to choose it. Which you can deny it, but you're denying a whole lot of authority and power. You're denying yourself of a greater end. Right? Keep going.
And Joshua said unto them, pass over before the ark of the Most High, your Yah, into the midst of Jordan, and take you of every man of you a stone upon his shoulder, according unto the number of the tribes of the children of Israel.
Right, that's what we're supposed to be doing, men, fathers.
That this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask the
Sound like my sons.
fathers in time to come, saying, what mean ye by these stones? Then ye shall answer them, that the waters of Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Most High, when it passed over Jordan. The waters of Jordan were cut off, and these stones shall be for a memorial unto the children of Israel forever.
So right now, your prayer, your worship, your obedience, and your faith are these stones that go up before a memorial to the Most High. These are the things that the Most High weighs in a balance. Like, okay, they really believe in me. They really trust in me. They don't believe the hoopla, the world. They trust in me, and they are obedient enough to listen to that still, small voice. It's imperative. Keep going.
And the children of Israel did so as Joshua commanded, and took up 12 stones out of the midst of the Jordan.
They were obedient.
As the Most High spake unto Joshua, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, and carried them over with them unto the place where they lodged, and laid them down there. And Joshua set up 12 stones in the midst of Jordan, in the place where the feet of the priests, which the bearer of the ark of the covenant stood, and they are there unto this day. For the priests which bear the ark stood in the midst of Jordan until everything was finished, that the Most High commanded Joshua to speak unto the people.
So they left early.
No.
They stayed until what? It was
Everything's
done. The work was done.
Everything was finished.
You have to stand firm until it's done, until your prayers become made manifest. You have to be firm. It's a life thing, right? Keep going.
According to all that Moshe commanded Joshua, and the people hasted and passed over. And it came to pass, when all the people were clean passed over, that the ark of the Most High passed over, and the priest in the presence of the people. And the children of Reuben, and the children of Gad, and half the tribe of Manasseh passed over, armed before the children of Israel, as Moshe spoke unto them. About 40,000 prepared for war passed over before the Most High unto battle to the plains of Jericho. On that day, the Most High magnified Joshua in the sight of all Israel, and they feared him as they feared Moshe all the days of his life. And the Most High spake unto Joshua, saying,
So, the thing about this walk, it's about increasing in authority. It's not about staying the exact same. Because even Yahushua, when he got the disciples, he gave them power. And then when he came back, the Ruach HaKodesh had to come upon them a stronger portion of it. Because before he gave them power over everything, right? Over devils, sicknesses, and diseases. Then the Ruach had to come in to give them a greater anointing, right? This thing is about increasing in authority or in power. But we got to do our work. Us, men. And the reason why we can't, or it's kind of hard for us to increase in power, because sometimes we have people in our lives that are friends of the world. And I know we talked about this before, but we're going to go back to James 4 real quick. James 4, verses 1 through 8. From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence, even of your lusts that war in your members? You lust and have not, you kill and desire to have, and cannot obtain. You fight in war, yet have not, but you ask not. You ask and receive not, because you ask amiss, that you may consume it upon your lusts. You adulterers and adulteresses, know you not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy to the Most High. You got to make a choice. These people that want to keep you in the world, you are actively showing the Most High that you are choosing the world over him. What decision are you actually going to make? He wants to know. Moses, he said one thing to the people: choose this day who you will serve. Right? You cannot be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Make a choice. And may Yahuwah bless you no matter what choice you make. Because certain people, we're starting to realize that as you grow older, like certain people, they're just literally a snake in a way like Dan. That's all they are. Cause dissension, confusion, arguments, disputations for no reason. The only thing that they actually add is strife, stress. Are you a friend of the Most High, like Abraham? Or are you a friend of the world? You have to discern yourself. Verse 5. Do you think that the scripture saith in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy? Some people have a spirit of envy. And it's because they don't pray enough. They don't seek the Most High's face at all. And that, to be honest, they don't have any faith. So, some people, scripture says that everyone was given a measure of faith. So let me not say that. They don't work out or exercise their faith muscle. They just want everything to be given to them. That's not how this world of manifestation works. It's just not. Then he says, but he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, Allure resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Submit yourselves to the Most High, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. So he just said, just say it and he will flee from you, right? What does it mean to resist?
To resist or submit?
Resist.
Get away from
Push
it.
away, like you don't want it.
Keep saying no.
Yeah.
Keep denying that thing. And then, what? Okay, you said the other one. What does it mean to submit?
To submit, like to give up yourself wholeheartedly, like
Give up your power.
That's what Paul talks about with mortifying your members daily. It's a daily thing. Submitting, and you have to resist yourself daily. I'm not going to lie, because when people come at you with the wrong attitude, boy, that flesh, oh man, I'm about to let you know about yourself. Keep on. I got patience, but I don't know how you every time I get around you, you find my last nerve. I don't know how. It's a skill, but you can do it. I don't get it. Some people, like, they've got that down to a T.
Yeah, so you know people my cousins, right?
Say what?
You know people my cousins.
Yeah, word. And you cut that ear off. So real quick, because we're almost done. What is authority?
Someone has power over you, I guess.
Something that has power.
Yeah.
So Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So we know that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So the righteous aren't ruling right now. They have the authority. So right here, the word for authority is rabbah. It means to multiply, increase, much, many, more, great, long, exceedingly greater. Right? But there's another word for authority. It means to be or become. Well, that's not the other word. It means to be or become great. Talking about rabbah. Tokif. Authority means power, strength, or energy. What are you giving your energy to? Because it may be keeping you from being in a greater authority, greater power, greater manifestations of things. What, Bam? Go ahead.
Nah. Well, in my head, you know me. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people, but they love to talk about energies and auras and all that. But it's still like, what are you giving your? This authority, right? Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tokif, authority, in the Hebrew. Power, strength, authority, or energy.
So what was the other word?
That's another word for authority from Proverbs. This one was found in Esther, if I'm not mistaken. Were you gonna say something though? Keep
Oh
going.
yeah. So you was talking about faith, like everybody got a manner of faith. Cause I talk to a lot of people, but everybody do have faith and a manner of faith. However, where are you putting your faith? Where's your authority? Where your energy going with that faith?
Your energy is your authority.
And it's it's just like we're trying to tell people, man, like, hey, you know, the Most High, they be like, universe, chakras, this over there, that. I'm like, that.
The sun, the moon, the stars.
Yeah, you know, I didn't know how. Somebody was telling me, they call him home. Anyway, she was telling me, he got me. But she was telling me, like, you know, it's the luminous summer of the moon, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, I ain't know no full moon that night till she told me. But it's like they do this moon worship, they do this stargazing and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for what?
That was given to the nations. That wasn't given to us. We weren't supposed to be doing that.
And it's like, what does that even matter? Like,
That their creations are not the creator. So
like anyway, just the power that the Most High bestowed upon His people. Like, I'd rather just like, Father, let me plug into the source. I don't need no extension cords in between. You know what I mean? It's
and that source don't need no backup generator.
It don't need none of that. Like, it's total free energy.
Free energy. You ain't got to pay that electric bill every month. So some areas where we need to work on having authority in, right? First off, ourselves. Because some people still have not put their impulses into subjection, right? Any little thing can turn them, control them. They don't have control even though they've reached the age of adulthood, right? Another one, which is the big one, is finances. I got the elders, and I'm going to have them work on teaching a class on finances so people can get that in order, right? Somebody got yours? Mm-hmm. We got a class for it. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. Right? Another one, because they be operating in everybody's life. Sometimes it's through other people. Sometimes it's through family members. It's over demons. And Mashiach gave us authority over these things, right? And then, of course, sickness and disease, same thing. Those things can be purged out through fasting, through prayer, supplication, and faith. Then we got the bigger things, which is more of a tribal thing when we talk about regions, nations, or princes. I should have put princes of power. And that's when we really get to worship or Shekinah and praying and fasting and giving the Most High everything so he can pull down literal nations like Jericho. Right? Now, I got a question. How does Yahuwah decide to increase you in authority? How? How, Sway? You ain't got the answers. How?
How does he decide to increase?
I guess when we do our part, we gotta sacrifice. See,
Luke 19. June, if you don't mind.
do our part.
Luke 19, June. Give him that mic. Oh, yeah, don't do it that way. Yeah. Yep.
And Yahushua entered and passed through Jericho. And behold, there was a man named
Zacchaeus,
which was the chief among the publicans, and he was rich.
rich man.
And he sought to see Yahushua, who he was, and could not for the press, because he was little of stature. And he ran before and climbed up into
Sycamore.
sycamore tree to see him, for he was to pass that way. And when Yahushua came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said unto him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must abide at thy house.
How the heck he know that man's name? But keep going.
And he made haste and came down and received him joyfully. And when they saw it, they all murmured, saying that he was going to be guest with him, with a man that is a sinner.
Now they're judging based off of appearances, right? Not the contents of the character of the guy, right? Keep going.
And Zacchaeus stood and said unto Yahuwah, Behold, Master, the half of my goods I give to the poor, and if I have taken anything from man by false accusation, I restore him fourfold.
So the world described him as being a sinner because he was rich. But the Most High in Yahushua judged by the heart of things, right? And he's showing us his heart is for people, right? Loving your neighbor as yourself, right? Giving to the Most High, right? Can't judge based off of appearances. Keep going.
And Yahushua said unto him, This day is salvation come to this house, for so much as he also is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost.
So the Son of Man has come to redeem bloodlines, salvation. Keep going.
And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the king of YAH'S should immediately appear.
Now, what is a parable? I'm just asking y'all. What is a parable?
A riddle.
It's a riddle. So again, he didn't want everybody to understand the riddle, right? Okay, keep going.
He said, Therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, Occupy till I come.
Now, what do the pounds represent?
Money.
Provision.
Jeremiah?
What is the what?
Pounds represent.
Yeah, that's money.
Okay, keep going.
But his citizens hated him and sent message after him, saying, We will not have this man to reign over us. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained
In trading.
by trading.
Trading, right? Okay.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
I was reading. So it said to occupy them, but I have like Bible side by side. But anyway, so occupied, you would think that this would mean to keep,
What does it mean?
to do business with. I did not know that.
So in other words, you got work to do.
You got work to do.
He gave them 10 measures of work. Yeah, you kind of jumped the lead, but yeah.
My bad.
No, you good. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
But no, that was it.
You got work to do. It wasn't just money. Keep going.
Then came the first saying, Master, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds.
So from the work that you've given me, I've magnified it tenfold. Right? Keep going.
And he said unto him, Well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority.
Have what?
10 cities. Have thou authority over 10
So
cities.
their faithfulness in the work or the business that the Most High gave them increased them in authority. That's what we're talking about, increasing in authority, right? Keep going.
And the second came, saying, Master, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, Be thou also over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Master, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept, laid up in a napkin.
What y'all think the Most High gonna say about that? Or Mashiach gonna say about that? Everyone else done increased. Everyone else done done work. But this person was lukewarm, halting between two opinions, and was lazy. And ain't done nothing with it. Actually tried to hide it. Can a house on a hill be hidden? I thought we were supposed to be the light of the world.
It's supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
Savior for kept it clean, brother.
Say what? Yeah, I kept it clean. Yeah, didn't nobody steal it. I got it.
For I feared thee, because thou art an
Austere.
austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And he saith unto him, Out of thine own mouth will I judge thee.
I do not want to be that person.
Thou wicked servant, thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow.
So y'all know I gave y'all the work, but I'm not going to do the work for you. I will work through you, but you still got to do the work yourself. And you knew how I am, and you still chose to do nothing? Right? Keep going.
Wherefore then gavest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required mine own with
Usury.
usury?
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto them that stood by, Take from him the pound, and give it to him that had 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Master, he hath 10 pounds.
So give the one that you didn't do nothing with to the one that got the most. So I'm saying that to say this. You have to take heed to yourselves, because elevation is mandatory in the Most High. If you're going to keep that's why it's called a walk. You got to keep moving. You can't it's not just a standstill. It's a walk. There's points in times, ebbs and flow in life where you kind of get stagnant. But you can't stay there. You got to go higher. You got to go further. Even Mashiach, that's basically what he's saying. For I say unto you, that unto everyone which hath shall be given, and from him that hath not, even that he hath shall be given, shall be taken away from him. But those mine enemies which would not that I should reign over them, bring here and slay them before me. People that don't want to do the work, Mashiach, he don't really care about them. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, especially when people know the truth and they just continue to just push it to the side, think it's not important, think they got all the time in the world, when the world is literally crumbling and falling every day. There's something new that's popping up every day. I'm like, man, this stuff is crazy. Can't be lukewarm like that. Can't halt between two opinions. Cannot be double-minded. Because we do not want to be partakers in that second death. What are you saying?
If you're still caught up in, like Hollywood, TV, and entertainment, like, it'll seem like it's not going to end that quickly. It's all an illusion.
So, verse 16, back to Joshua 4. We're almost done. I think I got 3 slides. Command the priests that bear the ark of the testimony, that they come up out of Jordan. Yahushua therefore commanded the priests, saying, Come you up out of Jordan, And it came to pass, when the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah were come up out of the midst of Jordan, and the soles of the priests' feet were lifted up unto the dry land, that the waters of Jordan returned into their place and flowed over all the banks as they did before. So it wouldn't pass until we had completed the work, us being men and priests, right? The waters won't pass, and the people can't pass over until we get it right. And the people came up out of Jordan on the 10th day of the first month, and encamped in Gilgal, in the east border of Jericho. And those 12 stones which they took out of Jordan did Yahushua pitch in Gilgal. Anything is possible when you're walking in your purpose and you're in obedience. In obedience. Bam, read this slide. So dehydrated.
And he spake unto the children of Israel, saying, when your children shall ask their fathers in time to come, saying, what mean these stones? Then ye shall let your children know, saying, Israel came over this Jordan on dry land. So Moses was the only one who split it up.
Joshua did too. Yeah.
For Yahweh our Elohim dried up the waters of Jordan. Okay, yeah. I'm in my head. I'm like, was it Jordan? That was the Red Sea. I see it. From before you, until ye were passed over, as Yahweh your Elohim did the Red Sea, which he dried up before us until we gone over.
Because, we talked about how water and baptism, going through water's actual portal. The people that are a part of the occult, they actually have baptisms before you become into like the higher levels of their order, trying to mimic the Most High. But there's always a passing over so you can ascend. There's always that concept, right? Okay, keep going.
That all the people of the earth might know that the hand of Yahweh, that it is mighty, that ye might fear Yahweh, your Elohim, forever.
Forever. Now, authority comes through work. True elevation and authority comes through your commitment and faithfulness to the Most High, Yahuwah. We are elevated in authority once we are proven to be wise or good and faithful servants. Because in the end, that's what we want the Most High to call us, right? Good and faithful servants. We have to rightly divide the word of truth so that we can properly access the fullness of breakthroughs needed for our bloodlines. You have to have the courage to pass over. That's all I got. Make sense? We good? June, you mind praying us out?
Abba, I'd like to thank you for bringing us together and receiving this word, Abba. Let it set and resonate with us, and let us rehash over it in our own homes so we can continue to govern over our houses as we're supposed to, Abba. And as we part our ways, Abba, I ask that you watch over us and keep every one of us safe as we walk with you and continue to learn with you and learn of you, Abba. Shalom.
Shalom. So please subscribe, hit the like button, comment, and as always, until next time, Shalom, tribe. There you go. So the kids are having a lot of fun.